Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, October the 16th. We're halfway through the month, halfway through the week, halfway through the moon. Boy, I was out hunting last night. It was beautiful after dark. But we're not here to talk about hunting. We're here to talk about fishing. I'll be right back to do just that.
I'm sitting here with Captain Andy Ennis of Old North State Charters. And Andy, it seems as if you catch fish or you crash your boat trying to catch fish.
Well, Justin, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. When I get on my boat in the morning, it reeks of excellence. No one can hang with my stuff. I'm just a big old hairy American fishing machine. If you ain't first, you're last. Check out what I do online at oldnorthstatefishing.com. If you want to catch some fish, let's go.
The 5th annual Harbor-Wing Spooktacular at Wanchese Marina is happening Saturday, October the 26th from 4 to 7 p.m. Enjoy music by DJ Stephen Peck and activities like the also-famous costume contest, dockside trick-or-treating at the boats, bounce houses, face painting, and new this year, a 24-foot rock wall, monkey motion bungee jumping, and a mechanical bull. Be sure to enjoy all the sweet treats on hand like cotton candy and ice cream, and grab yourself a plate of barbecue too. Be sure to see their Facebook page for more details. All the fun you could possibly have for Halloween this year can be had at the 5th annual Harbor-Wing Spooktacular at Wanchese Marina on Saturday, October the 26th from 4 until 7 p.m.
So as you know, we generally start out talking with the Hatteras fleet, sometimes the Ocracoke fleet, which I'm not able to keep up with them closely, but mostly everything that happens at Hatteras pretty much happens in Ocracoke as well. But we have a couple featured catches, featured captains today. One of them is my longtime sponsor, my friend Jesse, on the Carolina Girl out of Hatteras Harbor Marina. She had a beautiful catch yesterday. It looked like she had about 40 dolphin and quite a few blackfin tuna and one big old fat wahoo in the catch. That's a nice blended catch. Some boats had more dolphin, might have had as many as a limit of dolphin or mahi. That's what we're talking about. And less tuna. But all of the guys and girls down there ended up with nice mixed catches. That's ideal for a charter. Didn't have an inshore report, but they've been catching some Spanish mackerel, some bluefish, and some king mackerel down that way. And everybody was just thankful to get in the ocean. The seas laid down a little bit today. The same kind of thing happened up at Oregon Inlet. Our featured catch there was Ned Ashby. Back to the dock by lunchtime anyway. On the Sea Breeze, that's my old alma mater. It's the newer version of my old alma mater, but he had hit the blackfins really, really good. These are the smaller tuna, really good to eat, but a little bit, they average 25 pounds a piece, 20, 25 pounds. Then he hit the yellowfins, and they average 50 pounds a piece. So really nice day on the Sea Breeze for Captain Ned. A great mixed tuna catch, and that's what most of the charter boats found. Many of them had a box full of tuna, combined yellowfin and blackfin tuna, and they also had, depending on what you found floating, and why that's important is the mahi or the dolphin fish. They hang around anything that floats, especially a weed line made of sargasso seaweed, but anything, a load mat, a pallet, barnacled up, the longer it's been in the ocean, the more dolphin it will hold. People used to ask me, why do they hang around stuff? I don't really know. Sometimes, I saw one time a school of 30 dolphin around a styrofoam cup. And they were hanging tight to it. It was hard to keep up with it because the wind was blowing it, but we caught our fish around. They like it for a landmark, I guess. I can see so if it's big enough, they'll hang up underneath it for protection probably. But maybe it's how they navigate. I don't know. But I can tell you this, those Baylor size, all of them really, but right now we're seeing mostly Baylors, 3 to 8 pound dolphin, really good eating. Man, would I love to have some before they're gone for the winter, which they'll mostly disappear. Other than a few gaffer, larger ones, they're mostly going to be gone. Inshore boats focused on bluefish and Spanish mackerel. Did not really hear of much ribbon fishing, although it wouldn't surprise me if there's still some of those around. And I don't even know if they're migratory or not. I don't know. Do they leave? I think they do. Do they leave the area? But they've surely had a great summer on ribbon fish. In fact, I know down at the fishing center, they've been having them on special now for a couple months. So if you haven't tried them, go down there and get a bite. Surf fishing, kind of typical fall pick. Mainly bluefish, a few sea mullet. I did not hear of any pompano. That doesn't mean there weren't any, but bluefish, a few sea mullet, some puppy drum, and some black drum were the main part of it. But we are still seeing some yearling drum in the surf as well. And this is the time of year when fresh bait really, really critical. That's why you want to shop at your local tackle shops, because they are the best. It's almost very competitive business who can have the freshest bait. Let me tell you, bait that was caught yesterday is only going to catch 50% of what today's bait will catch. That's a fact. So take that one to the bank and be sure to ask when you get your bait and get as fresh a bait as possible. Frozen bait, I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but compared to fresh bait, it kind of is. The piers, Tony Lombardi, let me know that I think Jeanette's pier had 5 big drum today. So there's still some big drum on the end of the piers, but not like it was. I don't know enough about it to know whether it's over with, slacking off, or it's just when the weather got calm, maybe they weren't biting as good as they do on a rough evening on the pier. So that's part of our fishing report. We're going to take a little break, and I'll be right back to talk to you about the backcountry.
Ready to enjoy the Outer Banks the way it was meant to be enjoyed? Then you're ready to take the whole family to Jeanette's Pier in Nags Head. Start with a walk on the 1,000-foot-long pier to watch the sunrise, or a reel in the catch of the day. Some of the best fishing on the East Coast is right here at Jeanette's Pier. Plus, Jeanette's Pier plays host to various events throughout the year, including professional surfing events. For the best day you'll have on the Outer Banks, go to Jeanette'sPier.net or give us a call at 252-255-1501. Jeanette's Pier, milepost 16.5, Nags Head.
So in the backcountry, down to Hatteras, I did see on their report limits of bluefish, sheephead, and red drum. So really, really good fishing that way. And then I also saw in the northern sound some of our guide boats. Remember how I've been telling you the speckled trout haven't been real big, but they'll get bigger as we get into the fall? Well, that seemed to be the case yesterday. There were some nice ones. I saw a 5-pounder. That's a nice size speckled trout. A lot of 3 and 4 pounders. All that is mostly from boats, but there's still plenty of opportunity around the shoreline, like I've been telling you every day. But the old popping cork seems to be the bait of choice. And I want to tell you something. If you bought a boat, you know how expensive they are. Even an outboard motor. Our old buddy Ricky Radcliffe Marine in Belhaven, he can tell you all about this. But outboard motors are not cheap. Boats are not cheap. So if you go out and get a brand new boat or even a used boat with a good motor, you're going to spend some money. Then you can go out and buy a bunch of tackle, and you're going to do that, and you're going to have a lot invested. The last thing you should buy, the last thing you should pay for with your new boat and your new tackle is you should pay for a charter on a backcountry guide, and you should research it a little bit, which I'd be happy to help you with, to find the best one. Why? They're not going to probably give you the GPS numbers for the little hot spots they have, but what you can do is you can learn what the rig looks like, the bait, how you approach the fish. There's just so much that can be learned. If you're going to spend $25,000 to $75,000 on a boat, spend $600 the last thing you do and go with a professional, and it'll be the best money you spent in your whole project. So keep that in mind. Big speckled trout, bluefish, sheephead, and red drum in the sound, and still some nice bottom fish on the headboat, sea mullet, croakers, and spots. Real crowd pleasers, especially when you head them, gut them, scale them, and pan fry them. You can bite the tail off of them. They're really crispy like a potato chip. So keep all that in mind. That's our fishing report for you on this Wednesday. Got some other stuff coming up as we head towards the weekend. And we're looking pretty good on the weather right now. Another cold front passing through today. Might be a little bit of rain today. Won't hurt you one bit. Fish are already wet. So go out there and have fun. Have a blessed day.